Good evening. Hello, class. How are you today? Could you hear me?
Yes, teacher, thanks.
Excellent.
Yes,
Excellent.
teacher. Good evening.
Okay. Natalie, I have you here and wait. Okay. No, I don't know. Something is happening with the Zoom. Today we are gonna check both things. That is, of course, grammar and TOEIC, because remember that this is implicit in TOEIC. It is implicit in certain parts of TOEIC, no? And parts of the speech that we have already checked before, we are going to check about the use of adjectives and adverbs, right? Okay. So in text completion, right? In text completion, please. Remember that choosing parts of the speech is sometimes part of the linguistic competence that is testing this part of TOEIC, right? So some questions are especially talking about these parts of a speech, if it is a noun, it is a verb, it is an adjective, it is an adverb, etc., right? And we have already checked more than adverbs, sorry, we have already checked nouns and adjectives, right? But now adjectives and adverbs, right? Okay, the text tip, please. Blanca, can you read the text tip in this case?
Yes. Learn suffixes to help you identify adjectives and adverbs. Some questions on the two.
Thank you. Sorry. Suffixes that we have already checked some of them, but we are going to add more. Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Blanca. Sorry.
Yes, don't worry. Some questions on the TOEIC test require you to select an appropriate adjective or adverb. Learning common suffixes will help you to identify these types of words.
So we have already talked about suffixes to form nouns, right? Remember when we were talking about word formation, forming nouns, and also some adjectives. Now we are going to continue with more adjectives and adverbs, right? Appropriate, no? Appropriate, appropriate, Blanca. This is quite common to say appropriate, but it's like certificate, appropriate. Thank you. And in this language building, help me please, help me guys, complete these ideas. So the sentences are common adjectives and adverb endings found in TOEIC text, for example. What is the correct adjective or adverb to complete each sentence in each case? Let me just zoom in. Zoom it. It's better now. What would you say in each case?
The first one is comfortable.
Comfortable. The second one?
Serious.
Serious. In our Tokyo office. In the third one?
Attentively.
Attentively. Listen attentively, right? So another during the training or during training. And four?
Consistently.
Ourselves have been consistently good in the last 3 months. So regularly, no?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
6? The contract specifically stated that delivery would be free, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, it says with a partner, but we are going to do it as a group, of course. Think of 3 or more words for each of the adjectives and adverbs endings below in this chart. What would you say? Adjectives ending in able, os, if, and, full, ic, and adverbs ending in ly, of course.
Comfortable, the first.
Okay, comfortable. Another one, because we have already used comfortable, but yes, that's correct. Any other that you can think of in this moment? In this moment, could be any other. I mean, I'm not pushing you. I'm just telling you that you can think of other ones. Affordable, for example, affordable, no? Comfortable, affordable. Mhm. Eh, we were talking about synonyms, no?
Yes.
The previous class, so also would be, but well, there are no synonyms for affordable and comfortable that have the same ending. But okay, with O's, if, and, full, ik. No, any?
Conscientious.
Confident.
Okay, confident. Sorry, Blanca,
Conscientious.
conscientious. Thank you.
Attractive.
Supportive.
Supportive.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Christopher, wonderful. Fantastic. Attractive, as you mentioned. Adverbs, of course, we have many.
Many. Yeah.
Many adverbs with ly, right? Especially,
Fortunately.
fortunately, right?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, now with a prefix, right? Choose one of the words from the ones that you mentioned to make a sentence. It says to make sentences, either true or false, it doesn't matter. About someone or something you know or in the class. You can write it in the chat. You can write it in the chat. Min June, for example, well, one of the classmates, always studies English very carefully. Or conscious, or as you mentioned, Blanca, right? Conscious. Okay, I don't really think so. Okay. So from someone from the group, it doesn't matter that it's true or false. The idea is to use any of the ones, just to practice very quickly, as quickly as possible. Or probably you don't remember, no? Well, the one that you mentioned, no? Because you mentioned comfortable again or affordable.
Delicious.
Okay, delicious as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The teacher is very creative with the activities. Thank you, Natalie. I don't think that's true. I don't think so, but thank you. Okay. It's like another one.
For example, my husband is very attentive with me.
Okay, my husband is very attentive with me, not just in some Valentine's Day, right?
Exactly.
Excellent, excellent. I hope that is true, right? Yes, of course. Thank you, Blanca. Angie, Christopher? No? Okay, no worries, no worries. If you are thinking, continue thinking and writing it there. So be aware of correct comparative and superlative forms as well, right? One way is, of course, word building that we have already checked with certain suffixes and even prefixes, of course, right? The class is helpful to improve my speaking skills. Thank you, Natalie. Hope that is true. Yes, of course. Okay, these are very basic forms, but sometimes as we are very nervous or anxious because of the time, as we have already mentioned before, we tend to forget it. So just be aware of that, no? And watch out. So the examples we have are common comparative and superlatives, of course, but just be aware of that. As high as the marker will support, more difficult than, faster than, the cheapest, of course, his or my greatest problem, or the most important, no? So these are the most common, of course, comparative and superlative forms. We can also remember use modifiers before the superlative or the comparative, especially before more or before faster, no? Much more faster or much more difficult or a lot more difficult or a bit faster than the competition, no? Or lot fast, lots of faster than the competition, right? So this is modifier, modifying a comparative, and this is also quite common in TOEIC. Okay, use these examples above, of course, talking about comparative or superlative sentences, to do these 6 sentences, right? To answer these 6 sentences, please, guys. So you can type them on.
The best thing.
The best thing about the offer is the price. Then number 2.
The most advanced.
The most advanced technology, of course. 3.
As big.
As big as
some others. But its budget is much. This is
most important.
Is much. No, remember that this is a modifier.
Regular or
Larger.
Larger. Is much larger. This is a
me brinqué.
This is a yes.
Yes.
Modifier of the comparative. Is much larger. And they are our
Most important.
Most important customer.
The old distributors delivery was much
Faster
than the new one. And most attendees felt the first presenter was
more informative.
More informative than the second one, of course. Okay. In this case, make comparative and superlative sentences about the means of transport below, guys. A train, a car, a ship, an airplane, a motorcycle. And try to use much, less, a lot. These modifiers of the comparative. Okay.
A ticket of an airplane is a lot expensive.
A lot of more expensive. A lot of more expensive.
A lot of
More expensive.
or a lot is
So an airplane ticket is a lot of more expensive than a train ticket.
than a train ticket.
No? For example, Natalie?
Is it correct? A lot?
Yes. This is a modifier. This is a modifier, so we can use a lot.
Much too.
Less.
A lot of.
Before a comparative, with more or with faster or with larger. Lot, no love. Oh, sorry. A lot of more expensive. A lot of more expensive.
Expensive. But it's okay if I just say an airplane ticket, it's more expensive than a train ticket.
Yeah, of course. But if, for example, in TOEIC, you are using, well, not you, but there is a modifier of the comparative, sometimes the students get confused, and then you don't use the comparative, no?
Okay.
But you have to use the comparative because this is not a comparative. This is just a modifier, modifying the comparative to emphasize it to the most or to the least, no? So I can also say a train ticket is less cheaper than an airplane ticket, no? It's less cheaper than a train ticket, just to emphasize and modify that comparative, no? Yes? Just not to confuse that. Not to confuse that, we can use modifiers of the comparative. Okay, in that case, in this text, for the practice, use the tactics to do this. Of course, this practice of these three text completion ideas, right? Remember, identify adjectives and adverbs by looking at their suffixes. If necessary, become familiar with how comparatives and superlatives form, especially when they are using modifiers, no? So please. We are missing just one, no? Here. Okay, let me know when you have finished. So what would you say for number one?
Amazing.
Amazing. Oliver Roberts, amazing climb. Then number two.
Number two, C. Letter C.
Briefly. Briefly.
The
And greatest, no?
Greatest. Yes.
greatest.
The greatest test. Of endurance, they had ever experienced. Well, but in this case, we are having this short text. What about in this mini test? I will check your time, because remember that it's important, no? To check time. So the recommended time is 9 minutes or less, but let's say 9 minutes maximum, right? But before measuring the time, please. Screenshot the different, because they are like 12. Check. Class 15 are coming soon. This one. Yes, from 1 to 3. From 4 to 6. This is the text.
Ahora necesito mi teléfono, amor.
This is a letter, right? A letter. And the third text is also this letter as well, or email. This email. And the last text, because they are four text. Most of them are like email, no? The fourth one. Yes, could you screenshot the fourth text? Or are you missing any?
Teacher, I need to see
The third one?
the first one.
The first
Please.
one? The first one. Yes, of course.
And the last one, please, teacher.
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
The last one, Angie?
Yes. Yes, please.
Of course, yes, of course. Here. The last one, the only thing that we were missing was the signature, no? Okay. But that's it. So they are 12. Yes. Do you want me to check the time now? Do you want to start right away, or do you need something else? Okay, let's start right away, please. 2 more minutes.
Teacher, I just need to see the number 4. Please. The number 4, or I think is the second. Yes, thank you. Okay,
You finished, Natalie? Very
I
good.
think
Angie, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Christopher, have you finished? Blanca as well?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Because, well, in this case, remember that text completion has to do more with grammar, right? So you don't have to read the whole thing, but just the context between these, right? Between this blank, right? So number 1, we have early, no?
Early.
Early days.
Yes, early.
Early days. Number 2, carefully.
Carefully.
Sí.
Carefully restore. Carefully restore. Then catalog. Catalog.
B.
Correct. Then we have the strongest. The strongest. Then
Strongest.
C. Then in this case,
Letter E.
into
with within collocates with community, right?
okay,
Collocates with community, right? Has
Yes.
allowed it quickly such popularity within the cycling community. It collocates with that noun. This preposition within.
Why, teacher? Within and into, what is the difference?
Collocations.
Collocation.
Collocates with community, right? It collocates
Okay.
with that specific idea of conjunction of
Innocent.
community. Yes. In that case, it's because of collocation. Then we have impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. 7, we have will be. Will be held.
D.
Passive voice. Will be held. Letter D, correct. 8.
More.
D.
More successful than. And any case, no? Because it collocates in any case. In any case, correct. And the last 3.
C.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic adjective. The adjective, correct. Then the
B.
adverb now, more quickly.
Quickly.
Quickly on the introduction. More quickly, be. And finally,
Similar.
D.
similar. Seem very similar. D, correct. No mistakes?
No.
Only one.
Mistakes.
The
Only
same
one.
within.
Where-
I choose into.
Yes, because, well, prepositions are not that easy, right? Remember that even in Spanish, we have different prepositions and with different ideas, right? It depends on the idea we want to say. Even in Spanish, we say de acuerdo con o de acuerdo a, according to the context or according to the expression you want to say. The same happens in English, right? That's why it's a matter of practice and reading, right? Reading, it gives you that practice. Okay, finally, let's do some grammar practice. A little bit of grammar practice of adjectives, comparative and superlatives, right? So look at the gaps we have here. And here we have some options, of course. Decide whether they require an adjective or an adverb and select the best word, of course, from the correct type on the list from A to F. What would you say in that case?
Number 1, proudly.
Proudly?
I
John.
think.
Okay. What do you say, guys?
Consistently.
Consistently. John has consistently had the
Yes.
best sales
Best.
records. So consistently, right? Frequently, consistently had the best sales records for the last 5 years. Then
Convenient.
convenient. The print shop downstairs is quite expensive, but it is certainly convenient. Convenient referring to the price, no? Of course. Remember that this adjective refers to the price. Correct. Then
Number 3, letter B.
What's it?
precise.
Precise.
For the precise timekeeping. For
Okay.
precise timekeeping. Correct. What about for the manager?
I think that is proudly.
Proudly display the trophy his ranch had won for taking the best sales record. So proudly displayed. Correct. 5.
Innovative solutions.
Yes.
Innovative solutions. Correct. And
Innovative.
the last one, of course, we also just have
Specifically.
specifically correct. Okay. Comparative and superlative forms, guys. Change the word to the correct form if necessary, just in case if necessary, in order to complete the sentences, right? With the adjective we have in brackets.
More expensive. Diamonds are much more expensive than rubies.
Much more expensive, of course. Easy peasy. Then
Tallest.
not the tallest building.
Tallest.
The tallest building.
Big as.
Big.
As
Big
big.
as.
As big. As big as
Big
the
as
advertisement. As big as. When we use as, remember that the adjective
Yes.
remains the same. Correct. For
Highest.
the highest place on earth. 5.
More famous.
Most famous.
Of course, easy peasy, right? And 6.
Heavier.
Heavier. Remember changing the Y into I, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says 4 more sentences, but I will ask you for 2 sentences about yourselves, your family, your country, your hometown, right? Your sleeping hours, right? Using comparatives and superlatives. Try to include modifiers, as we mentioned, less, far more expensive, far also, or a lot more expensive. Not a lot of, a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. Les puse hace rato a lot of, a lot, nada más. Far or a lot, sin el of. A lot more expensive, no? I don't know. Toyota is a lot more expensive than Volkswagen, no? Volkswagen, right? Or Ferrari is a lot more expensive than Toyota, right? Or far more expensive, or less expensive than, right? Or less cheaper than, or much. Remember? I want you to include these modifiers of the comparatives in order to practice that part. Including modifiers, please. Or a bit larger, a bit larger than, I don't know. Uruapan probably is a bit larger than Zitácuaro.
Mazingan or Zitácuaro. Yeah.
Mazingan, yes. Okay. Now is your turn.
I'm faster than the rest of my group.
Okay.
Yeah, running. I'm faster running.
I run faster.
Faster than the rest of my group.
Okay. Okay. But using a modifier, Angie, I run a bit faster
Oh, okay.
or a lot faster. A lot faster than the rest
A
of my
lot
group.
faster.
A lot faster than the rest of my group. Uh-huh.
And is it correct? I am much more fast.
No, I'm much faster. I'm much faster.
Much
I'm
faster.
much faster than the rest of the group
Okay.
or than the rest of my family, right? Much faster.
Okay. My son is much more naughty than my daughter.
Much more naughty than my daughter. Yes. Okay, in that case, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is your son older or younger?
Younger than she.
Younger than your daughter. Okay. So, okay, correct. Blanca, Christopher, using a modifier of the comparative with your own context, with your context, guys. No? You are not connected there?
Traveling by plane is much faster than by train.
Than by train, of course.
For example, I was less lucky than last year.
Okay. Less lucky? You were less lucky?
Less lucky than last year.
Okay. I was less lucky than the previous year. Than the
The
previous
previous
year.
year.
Than the previous year. Okay. Okay, less lucky than the previous year. Correct. Okay. All right. Correct, guys. Okay. So no problem, of course, with this. Just be careful with modifiers because when we have much, it can be confusing, right, Natalie? As you say, much more fast. Fast? No, because fast is faster, but much is not a comparative. It's a modifier of the comparative, no? A bit, a lot, far, far more expensive, no? Far larger, or far cheaper, etc. Right? Okay, correct, guys. So in that case, let's continue because this one was quite easy and quickly. We don't have enough time to finish the whole thing, but we will continue with next, of course, Toeic tactic practice next week. But let's start right away with using, remember, the reading comprehension that is the longest. Is the longest part and is the one that you need more strategies, right? That we have talked about, right? Because this is really reading in deeper, of course, comprehension, right? Okay, answering specific information questions. Remember that it's always identifying keywords, right? In order to know what are these keywords in order to answer the thing that we need there, no? The main idea. So for example, in this case, we have some vocabulary questions, right? Remember that we have sometimes certain words, no? That you need to identify and to give the synonym or the definition, right? Okay. So look at the vocabulary question 1 and find the word in the passage and cross it out well, or just tell me the word that might fit the sentence and discuss why. Discuss why. The word constitute in paragraph 2, we have just 2 paragraphs, is closest in meaning to. The word constitute here in the second paragraph. The closest in meaning to. We don't have options in this moment. In this moment, we are going to discuss. now that we were talking about synonyms.
Doesn't mean that.
Doesn't mean that. Or will not constitute, doesn't mean that notice of withdrawal, right? As we were saying, right? Okay. Then here we have some answers, some options. Well, not some answers, sorry, some options, no? According to the Toeic exam that also has always this multiple choice format.
Understand. I understand. Okay.
So what would be the closest in meaning?
Signify?
Doesn't signify, no? Doesn't signify, right? That would be the closest in meaning. That's why synonyms are very important. Okay. Do the same with this following question, right? The word process in paragraph 3 is closest in meaning too. Okay, we are going to check. In paragraph 3, the word process. Works to process your refund. What is the closest in meaning? Examine, replace, handle, or maintain?
Replace.
Replace.
To process.
Replace.
To handle.
To handle.
To handle your, this is the process, to handle your refund, not to process, to handle your refund. Because this is a process, no? Is the, we said in Spanish, tramitar, no? Is the procedure
Yes.
to handle your refund. Because, well, there is a process in every, or there are different steps in every procedure, no? In every procedure in the company or in the shop, I don't know, right? Okay. Then, what would be the keywords in these answer choices? For example, here that we have, what is the notice mainly about? No, the notice about summer program refund policy, right? Cost, summer, remember college programs. Well, we have talked about this before, right? It's not the first time we talk about identifying keywords, especially in reading comprehension. That is the longest. It's the longest part, and it's the part where you need to be more careful because of the time. Precisely because of the time, right? Okay. So in that case, let's check the tip. Answering the easiest questions, remember, first gives you more time. To dedicate longer to the most difficult questions, probably, right? So specific information that is scanning, and vocabulary, right? Probably you find it easier. And for example, now that we were talking about superlatives, comparatives, no, all that will be easier. All right. Yes, Natalie, no problem. Okay. So in that case, guys, read this text. The idea of this is just to measure your time. Read this text silently and tell me when you finished to read it and what did you understand, right? Okay, let's see if in 2 minutes it's okay to read it. Blanca is there, but Christopher not. Okay. Okay, what is it about? What is it about? What kind of program is this? Summer, no? Summer program, of course. And what is the main idea of this notice? As we have it in the title, no? The procedure or the
Let you
process.
know what is the procedure or reform.
The procedure. What will be the most difficult to get back your money? The refunds for sports and fitness programs, no? Because they are longer. They are processed until all gym and pool passes have been refunded. So this will be the longest, the longest part. So for all sports and fitness programs. Sorry, Angie, you are very sport person. Okay, so in that case, where might you see this notice, guys? Remember, text type is important. Text type. Where might you see this kind of text?
A community service bulletin.
The community service bulletin. Why? Where can we find this information or this tip or keywords? Do we have any keyword or any key phrase that give us any idea of that? Where can we find this notice?
May I see the title, please, teacher? Summer program.
Just because of the title, we can have an idea that is for alumni, right?
Maybe it's letter A.
Insurance policy?
Letter A.
An insurance policy. Why, Blanca? Why insurance policy?
Because,
Interesting, no?
oh yeah, this was, kind of.
Yes, because, for example, these kind of ideas are very common in different certifications, and Toeic is one of those, of course, no? Others are Cambridge, no? And other, of course, organizations that have this. What text type is this, right? So we are going to focus, I guess, on Monday on text types, right? In order to find certain ideas, right? And we are going to check these and others, of course, other text types, because as readers, we are used to read different text types, but sometimes we are not used to identify them because it's not that common, probably, no? But in certifications, yes, they always do it, no? Okay, and it can be a little bit ambiguous, no? But sometimes, no? Or confusing. So we are going to check that in order to check the minimum requirements to identify a text, no? When we don't have a lot of keywords, just one or two, or just in the title probably, or just in one part of the notice in this case, no? Of the article. Yes, guys. Please help me to remind me in the chat about the list for the TOEIC test, right? Tomorrow we have a meeting and I'm going to remind the coordinator, but please send me a message and say, Sonny or teacher, please don't forget to tell us or to remind, the
Miss,
authorities to send us the list, of students. Yes, Angie.
today I received an email and they told me about the steps for the TOEIC.
Okay, so they will do it individually, right? That's why.
Yes, me too, teacher.
Excellent. Oh, okay, excellent. Yes. As I told you, it was going to be by the end of this week, but it was before.
And they say that we're gonna have a meeting, I think that 2 days before the test, in order to see if everything is gonna be all right at the time, by the time that we're gonna be making the test.
So the thing that I'm gonna tell the coordinator tomorrow is to inform me, please, because sometimes I'm not that informed with these processes, right? And these
Yeah.
procedures, yes, in order to
Teacher,
have
can
everything.
you ask if there is a meeting information about the certification can be recording, because I can maybe join at that time because of my work?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay,
I guess it will be recorded, but yes, I will ask.
Okay, I will.
Yes, for sure, Blanca.
Thank
You
you.
guys. Thank you. See you and keep practicing. Keep practicing, guys. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Monday.
you.
Take
Thank you.
care. Bye-bye.
Okay,
See you
bye-bye.
Have a
Monday.
nice one. Have a nice one, you too. Thank
You
you.
too. Bye.
Bye.